I'm sorry, but the person you've called is not available. Please leave your message after the tone. After you finish your message, just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Spokes. See, I would've wrote this down and posted it through everybody's doors and that, but I don't know where everybody lives anymore. So hopefully you hear this. I couldn't breathe, but I've been struggling breathing from the start. I got millions in the bank, but still this grievance in my heart. And the crib's a baby mansion, still I'm struggling with anger. And I'm reading every night, but still these books don't have the answer. And I know she died of cancer, and I know they took him when he was a boy. I feel your pain, I see it when you're drinking brandy. Can't fix it, I've been looking for somebody to fix me. She needs tablets now, and that's my sibling. I know that she's missed me, you would hit me. Remind me, did you say you got molested? Just tell him he's forgiven now, I need that off my chest. We're family, even though we don't act like we're family. I had to leave this message, it's important for my sanity. The world was fading out as I was bleeding from my head. And it's a shame to say it now, but I didn't care if I was dead. What's a life without no family? It's like a lung without no breath. And I know that we all may live to regret. You don't know about these dark nights in the studio with my feelings. I've been reading so I can stand by this message I'm leaving. I had to say this. Pardon my lack of discretion, part of me died, this is the resurrection. Mama, do you love me? Mama, do you love me? Mama, if you love me, overcome your addictions for me. And tell me, do you trust me? And tell me, do you trust me? And tell me if you trust me, overcome your addictions to pain. I can't lie, I needed you. I can't lie, I needed you. You were needed when I was bleeding, my heart bleeds for you. I hope we see heaven soon. I hope we see heaven soon. Cause if it's over without no closure, no, I've forgiven you. I would sit with you for hours if I could, but the way you hate my fiancé for nothing isn't love. And the way it gets me mad, it's like you're doing it on purpose. I think about it to the point the weapons make me nervous. I don't call him dad, I never call him, that's what he deserves. And I would have him in my life, but clowns belong to the circus. It was him that told me that you was on drugs, and I remember it clearly, cause it was the first time I'd shot a gun. Boy jammed on me, had the gang on me. Fuck about, I burn a flame on you, make you feel for me. Yeah, and make you feel how I feel inside. He tried to ring me in the hospital to see if I died. I bet he didn't know that I had a clock. He never rang me on my birthdays cause that nigga forgot. Still he tells people I'm famous and I left him behind. Fuck you niggas know about grind. You don't know about these dark nights in the studio with my feelings. I've been reading so I can stand by this message I'm leaving. I had to say this. Pardon my lack of discretion, part of me died, this is the resurrection. Mama, do you love me? Mama, do you love me? Mama, if you love me, overcome your addictions for me. And tell me, do you trust me? And tell me, do you trust me? And tell me if you trust me, overcome your addictions to pain. I can't lie, I needed you. I can't lie, I needed you. You were needed when I was bleeding, my heart bleeds for you. I hope we see heaven soon. I hope we see heaven soon. Cause if it's over without no closure, no, I've forgiven you. You don't know about these dark nights in the studio with my feelings. I've been reading so I can stand by this message I'm leaving. I had to say this. Pardon my lack of discretion, part of me died, this is the resurrection. Yeah. Yo, it's Bugsy Malone. Hey, see, as soon as I got to the hospital, the nurses told me I'm lucky to be alive. 3 weeks later, I get a blood clot in my chest. The shit nearly killed me. And now I'm back. They don't call me the king of the north for nothing. Watch this. Alright, so mommy used to sell herself. Drop a couple rocks into a pipe and light it up. Think I didn't come from hell. My old bestie said my head's gone, it must be mental health. But I got killers in my family, in case you couldn't tell. And I didn't wanna see them niggas, so I got it hella stealth. And when I saw those idiots, I told them by myself that I don't fear nobody. I've still got ops that want me bodied, but them man are still living in a cell. And if I have to go back there, I swear I'm going in. I pray a lot these days in case I have to sin. I tell them till my mouth goes dry and I need a drink. I sleep well these days, I never miss a wink. And no, I didn't catch the virus, still this pain in my chest. A court case coming, fuck fame for a sec. I'm gonna have to stand and take judgment again, but I can look him in his eye. I have my baby to protect. Couple things I never said out loud, I've just been living with it. I gotta speak hard, though it's fucking with my spirit. A school tie around my neck and hanging from the ceiling. He burst into the room, I was embarrassed when he see me, so I put it to my wrist and yeah, I slit it. Didn't cut it deep though, I gotta say I shit it. And mummy was a nitty, but when I heard she turned one of her customers into my dad, I gotta say I really nearly did it. But I told myself I would never do anything silly. I told myself I'd take it out on niggas that fuck with me, and that's why I never lost, and that's why I'm a boss, and that's why I was the first one to rep my city. I got fake friends talking like I don't show intelligence, like I didn't demonstrate due diligence. Man telling me about my residence, like I couldn't give a green light and leave no evidence. Place in the Louis, waves under the Dewey, skeleton Cartier, so I can see through it. See these levels to this British shit, and me, I'm top tier. Any talk of me not being a legend stops here. When the car pulled out, I knew that we was crashing, and at the point my life was meant to start flashing. I just blacked out, woke up on the concrete with feathers everywhere. The Montclair was ragged out, me, I had it mapped out. Now I got bleeding on the brain, the same shit that killed my cousin. Yeah, I swear I miss Dane. Couple niggas turned out to be fake, but I'm too rich to argue these days, so I just give it space. On the hospital bed, the morphine on me tripping, giggling at nothing, into reminiscing. Crashed doing 70 without wearing a helmet. Believing God or not, there's no denying a blessing. I was on the ward, slowly healing. Lay on the bed and my chest was beating. The blood clot passed through my heart and into my lungs, and the pain was a deeper feeling. I shouted for the nurse, I could feel myself leaking with a face full of sweat. Could barely catch my breath, even though I knew I was hanging by a thread. I told the nurse that there's no way I'm dying on this bed, fuck that. Now I'm supposed to feel weak. For some reason, though, I feel like a Wolverine. Like I smashed the side of the car up with my physique and left a big boy dent in the concrete. He put me in the newspapers and magazines. You better recognize a legend when you catch a sneak peek. It's not the first time I've shed blood out on the street, but the way they taped it off, it was like a murder scene, Fucking Bugsy Malone 2020, the fucking resurrection. Yeah.
Here comes something out of this world. Here comes a cross-timeline journey. Here comes a mystery uncovered. Here comes the future, the present, and the past. Here comes mayhem. Here comes disorder. Here comes unpredictable. Here comes mischief. Here comes Loki.
Watch Marvel Studios' original series Loki with up to 6 months Disney Plus on us. O2.
Disney Plus auto-renews at $7.99 per month. Copyright 2021 Marvel. 18 plus. Eligibility and terms apply.
I'm bleeding out, my eyes are full of blood, they're closing up, my clothes aren't tight enough, they cut them off, the skies aren't bright enough to see the gods. One hand on the crown, I'm on the ground, tears are falling and she's looking down, the sky looks way darker than usual, and it's like dark's becoming beautiful. I told her, don't cry, be a soldier, now you're holding your composure. I think I see the Holy Ghost, I'm not ready yet to leave the throne. No crying, I'm a soldier, and I'm holding my composure. I think I see the Holy Ghost, I'm not ready yet to leave the throne.
Night, night to my enemies, didn't think I would survive my injuries. Didn't think the Almighty would intervene. I know they are praying for the death of me. If life was a melody, would the angels congregate and sing for me? Blue lights in the sky signify tragedy. If chosen by the heavens, then you have to leave. Tell me, did you think I died for a second? So did I for a second. Oh Lord, I look up into the sky and thank my blessing. Till you taking me early, all the gates really pearly. Will I wake up in the morning? Where was you when you seen it nearly died? And I mean it, I cannot think of another time in life that I have needed the support of my people. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
For I told her, don't cry, be a soldier. Now you're holding your composure. I think I see the Holy Ghost. I'm not ready yet to leave the throne. No crying, I'm a soldier, and I'm holding my composure. I think I see the Holy Ghost. I'm not ready yet to leave the throne.
Night, night to my enemies. Didn't think I would survive my injuries. Didn't think the Almighty would intervene. I know they are praying for the death of me. If life was a melody, would the angels congregate and sing for me? Blue lights in the sky signify tragedy. If chosen by the heavens, then you have to leave. Shoot me down, paranoia. Bring a medic, bring a lawyer. I can't even bear the thought of living on with all this trauma. If the blood thickens up and goes to your heart, will you fall apart when the bright days start to feel dark? If it's breaking my spirit and I pray, will you hear it? Hallelujah, hallelujah. If it's breaking my spirit and I pray, will you hear it? Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Yeah. Folks, it's 2020 the darkest. Listen, yo. See, when I get to deep thinking, I feel like a DiCaprio, but the ship is not sinking. Been watching these other MCs in my rear view mirror to the point I had to start blinking. I've got to rethink it, cause I don't want to get entangled, I'm not pinky. I keep a little 950 just as a blanket. Cause when I was young I had 3K in the back garden. I had a 125 with no reg plate, hey you mad. Didn't even have plastics on the bottom, but it was the best bike I ever had. I said I'm tired of constantly talking about the past. It's been a long time since I had to wear a mask and pulled up and kicked the door till there wasn't any glass. As if I've never had the wing on smash. Keep a sword and a shield to my right and my left. I was on the battlefield doing Macbeth. You can keep the east and the south and the west. I'm the king of the north, got it tied on my chest. And they're still trying to catch my fire in the booth numbers. I'm still getting paid for my MEN numbers. I'm looking at a box of 50s and these 100s, and the beef ain't over till we're 6 feet under. And I know he likes to stab, man, I always get the memo. If I'm dealing in boxes, I have to get a demo. They're looking at it like it don't belong on the curb, but when you get a Rolls Royce, you can park on double yellows. They can't relate to me anymore. They talk like the plan wasn't to escape, like we didn't discuss living in Spain. But when you really do it big, nobody celebrates. 92% healed, still limping. See what happens when I get to deep thinking. When you're really from the road and you blow and explode, starts feeling like your hometown and never stops shrinking. I was in Japan bumping into fans. Tell the label I don't need the advance. I was 21 before I'd ever used the bank. Me, I used to love rubber bands. Before I ever got an M on YouTube, I had 50. And I was dirty money and I'd bring a load with me when I had a music video. Now I see these new up and coming rappers, I can't really see that kind of dough. In MEM1 I had 20 in the bag. That's a laundering charge if they'd have come to the gaff. We used to rent out an apartment so we could pour buckets of dank into the bath. When I think this deep, I never get no sleep. And the price of living isn't cheap, with a gardener, a cleaner, and accountant, and the vehicle's a luxury, so they need cleaning every week. Turns out there's no one you can bring with you when you're the only one to see the bigger picture. When you start wanting handouts, I just let the bridge burn like it was a blue Slim Rizzler. I've never worked a day in my life, tell a lie. There was this one time I worked a 9 to 5 and I would come to work, 8 Z's on the back seat, and I collect money on the top floor. At dinner time I was a sheepdog when a shepherd let me hold the beater. 10 years before I'd ever touched a meter, playing team deathmatch as if I was a soldier, but that's just modern warfare. Welcome to the bee's nest, home of the killer bee. It's cold in the north so we keep artillery. Made a couple mil last year and the year before that. It's only right I make that a trilogy. We don't need lions in the camp, we got kings. Don't need a right hand when the jab stings. And you never need gas when you've really got straps. And we've all taken losses, but we took them with class. When I lost, you seen a Subaru fly past. And you can ask Arms if we got it right back. When we pulled up, were we trying to hit kneecaps? And how they lucky that they never got kidnapped. They were bad on the phone when they seen us, they flapped. You win some, you lose some, you learn and adapt. I would never trust bitches, they'll set up the trap. Trust nobody, stop money till you can relax. Welcome to the thoughts of a street kid that made it. Welcome to the mind of the one that went first. I left the door open so that man can go and get wages. Nobody this independent, they all signed to labels. And that's why a crown is my pendant. I said nobody this independent, they all signed to labels. And that's why a crown is my pendant. And I say welcome to the hood, welcome to the hood, welcome to the place where nothing ever ends up good. And they say that you're a disgrace if you can't find yourself a job. Around here there's either been a drought and then there's been a flood. No one ever built an ark for anybody from the block. Man are trying to ring the heavens but God never gets in touch. For certain people it's a must to come across as tough, cause you don't want to be a victim when Berettas start to bust. And I say welcome to the hood, welcome to the hood where no one teaches you to love, because we're all products of lust. We learn to tell a lie before we even learn to trust. And then we see our people die as if the sorrow ain't enough. So-and-so killed so-and-so, I struggle to keep up. A victim of knife crime, they hit him in the lung. The press are making articles expressing their disgust, but where there's no opportunity, survival is a must. And I say welcome to the hood, welcome to the hood, where boredom leads to depression, depression leads to drugs, and drugs numb the pain of all the fucked up stuff that you have to see when you're forced into growing up. Nobody's responsible, everybody's corrupt, and school's a waste of time cause we're learning out of books. And when you're academic you get taken for a mug, cause mathematics won't help when you're in a puddle of blood. And I say welcome to the hood, welcome to the hood. Feels like the only thing that ever settles is the dust. We try and keep it clean but the stress builds up, and it was all a dream until Biggie got shot.
Welcome to the place that I call home. Be careful it don't turn your heart to stone. Welcome to the war I'm battling. You live or you die, you lose or you win.
And I say welcome to the hood, welcome to the hood. The person they call mental health is the person that we call mum. We either don't have a dad or we have more than one, and we're told to fly the nest before we even learn to run. You don't have to be a soldier here to hold a gun, and watching other people suffer is what we consider fun. Cause suffering is standard, you'll have to toughen up. At least that's what your mother tells you when she's fully drunk. People steal for a living and end up in the can. It's miles easier in jail, but you will understand, being a criminal is not part of the plan. But how are you supposed to work when nobody will take you on? So I say welcome to the hood, welcome to the hood. Depression and anxiety get swept under the rug. These gangsters in your family, welcome to the club, because there's plenty of gangsters in a city full of thugs. Being born into the politics of poverty is rough. You can look down your nose holes but only God can judge. Most of us are afraid to pray to the above, cause Pac said there ain't no heaven for a thug. Welcome to the hood, welcome to the hood, welcome to the place where nothing ever ends up good. And they say they get with disgrace if you can't find yourself a job. Around here there's either been a drought or then there's been a flood.
Welcome to the place that I call home. Be careful it don't turn your heart to stone. Welcome to the war I'm battling. You live or you die, you lose or you win. They say there ain't no heaven for a thug. Seems like my good ain't ever good enough. Feels like I'm running out of love. You live or you die, you lose or you win. They say that
It's here. The final is just around the corner. Get ready for the big match with 2 pizzas plus wine, beer or a soft drink, all for only £5. Morrison's, make good things happen. Majority of stores subject to availability. Online varies. See in store for full details. Ends 13th of July. Please drink responsibly.
Yeah? Are you saying you're recording? Don't be scared to talk, you know, Rhymes. Just because he's fucking recording. So see what, yeah. When we made this and we started making the beat, what I was talking about, the reason I'm always talking about Vincent van Gogh is because I was born educated about the original artists on the planet, the Van Goghs, the Salvador Dalis. I come from that cloth. You get me? As a kid, I'm fucking painting, I'm drawing pictures and all of that shit. You get me? But I'm bone idle, so I use my voice instead of a paintbrush. You get what I'm saying? I use words instead of paint. You get what I'm saying? So I paint the pictures in people's minds. That's why in this song I'm saying picture this and imagine that. Because I'm bringing you to the scene of the fucking incident. Do you get what I'm saying? And what my whole career is one long story filled with inspiration and motivation and traumatic events. Do you get what I'm saying? And what I've done in this is I've took them back, you know, like a prequel. In Star Wars, they have it goes back sometimes before it goes forward. This is prior to Berry New Road. You know, this is prior to me getting stabbed in the leg as an 11-year-old. And that's what this album is, man. That's what my whole career is. This is the story of my life. You get me? And the reason Vincent van Gogh is my favorite artist because he painted his story for his truth. You get me? For the madness, for the happiness, for the sadness. You get me? And that's what I intend to do with this whole album. Yeah, I can hear now. Yeah. I'm in. Yo. Picture the midwife pulling him out and he's breathing. And then handed him over to a mother that can't believe it. The umbilical cord gets snipped and everyone's smiling. A beautiful moment, right? Picture a 1-bedroom flat on the ground floor with a drive. Picture him pulling up outside right under the street light. Imagine a baby sleeping right at the beginning of a lifetime. What a beautiful night. Okay, so he's napping, he's changing and he needs feeding. And he's just tired if he starts crying for no reason. But then you catch eye contact with this beautiful creature. My God, what a beautiful child. Picture her telling the dad it's a boy and he can come visit. But the dad's already got a boy and his schedule's busy. Then weigh up the prospects of being a single parent. That's enough to blow anyone's mind. Picture a bar or a pub that's serving food. And let's just imagine love at first sight is true. Flickering candle, bottle of wine, full moon. That sounds just about right. So picture the perfect day. Driving back to her place. Open the door and a look of fear on the babysitter's face. She had a funny feeling and didn't want to leave him in the first place. Something's not right. Imagine the screams of a baby with a snapped leg. Did he get dropped or did he roll out of the bed? Was the impact all to his leg or did he bump his head? Can anybody shed some light? So picture a school uniform fresh out the pack. And picture a confident young boy, mum and a dad. And picture them driving to school, he can't wait to start. What a wonderful life. But picture an old Victorian house broke up into 2 flats. He was on the top floor with a bowl of Nesquik watching the Rugrats. Downstairs was a very bad man that sold a bit more than loud packs. And that's being polite. So picture the door for the flat upstairs getting took off its hinges. And picture the guy from downstairs running in to cause injuries. And imagine a boy in his bedroom listening, what is he thinking? Can you get traumatized at 5? Picture her stood in a telephone box on the phone now. She's got a big family and she's gonna bring big bro down. Next thing you know, a car pulls up a man jumper. There's gonna be a fight. The boys just sat on the windowsill seeing everything. He watched them running the flat downstairs looking menacing. Loud bangs, screams, everybody's panicking. It become the scene of a crime. The way that the blue lights lit up the street was a picture. And the way that the paramedics were full of blood was messed up. Now picture the guy from downstairs lay on the stretcher. What a terrible sight. Look, picture a van full of boxes, full of the family belongings. Onto a different chapter, maybe some family bonding. Now they got rid of the toxins and an actual house with 2 floors. The future's looking so bright. We were driving for miles in the blistering cold. The boy's about 9 at this point. Will this story ever get told? I guess nobody knows as it continues to unfold. They pulled up on Berry New Road back in 1999. Yeah, it's bugs. Listen, yo, look, I've not got round to reading the Bible, still I'm trying to leave them a worthy example. So I know I've got to get married, it's vital. I was on one knee right under the Eiffel, holding a diamond bigger than a blueberry. When I had a blackberry, it was survival. That meant the flicky went anywhere I go, all cause a rival took shots at me with a rifle. Blood on the tips of my fingers, done a Bruce Lee then I licked him. Bit off the end of the spliff then I lit that. I was on the carpet doing crunches, trying to get me a 6-pack. Dreams of me pushing his wig back, nightmares of me getting 26 in Crown Court. Never been much of a shooter, but I've stuck bang off. Asked them man that I kidnapped, no comment all the way through on an attempted M I didn't even do. If they'd have got my phone then I wouldn't have been here, cause I would have got released this time last year. And I can clearly remember saying to Webby that I want a short back inside his tash and a beard. Then when I earned my stripes I told him put a line in my eyebrow. I'm a bad boy out here, me I'm just sketching into my sketchbook. I can forgive but I don't forget much. Let me add an additional bit of perspective. We would eat fish fingers with no ketchup, now we eat lobster. And I'm in a tracksuit sat in San Carlo, and I got an AP like I'm in Narcos. I got a big business, these boxes at the cargo. You're looking at mogul, I might sign me a younger that's spitting on drill, teaching the business and make him a star and build him up until I made him a mill. But don't get it twisted, me I've had ups but I beat every one of them 3 or 4-0. I'm looking at houses for 3 or 4 mil, even though I got a castle in the middle of a field. I miss standing on the roadside with my hat pulled down low so the cameras couldn't see me. I miss getting a bar on my pedal bike, doing the days where we shoot boxes full of money. I miss having beef with a rival gang and having 25 of the man them with me. I miss getting along with my family way back in the day when we had a little red mini looking like something out of the Italian job. If I was in a weak game now that this Cali and dog, I would've sold out selling in bags or little green tubs, they can never keep up. It's mental, oh I'm like a PlayStation 5 and they're a Nintendo. You might see my personality switch but I've never dropped a crumb, I'm no Kevin Wendell. The way I'm speaking into the mics like Salvador, sketching in with a pencil. I get deja vu like Denzel. I've got a Bentley but I can get techie with a rental. My God, that's what the waiter said when I got on one knee. Everybody clapping their hands cause a black guy getting engaged. You don't see, you just grow up. And you're lucky if your dad bothers to show. Everybody wants to know you when you blow up, and it's a shame cause you reap what you sow. And I already know that still I've not got round to reading the Bible, and I'm trying to leave them a worthy example. I know I've got to get married, it's vital. I was on one knee right under the Eiffel, holding a diamond bigger than a blueberry. When I had a blackberry it was survival. Men the flick you in anywhere I go, all cause a rival took shots at me with a fuck off. Step in the club and nobody gets a look in. Bottles start popping and bodies start dropping. Think I've been shot in the way I get guapping, but I'm OG status so I never touch nothing. I'm not checking the time, I'm just looking at it ticking. Ice cubes in the bezel, got my wrist dripping. Gold in my belt buckle like I'm Pete Griffin. I just keep sipping, I keep sipping. Started in Harrods with a Louis V bag. I'm in Dior sipping champagne, YDD tag. Then I'm on the top floor eating coconut prawns with a pina colada just to relax. I'm in the jewelers dropping money like it's going out of fashion. Rubies in my pendant, now the women are harassing. Underground car park, I got me the apartment. AMG with the big wheels for my darling. Stepped out of the lift looking like I'm God's gift. All my haters will be pissed that I'm living like this. Haircut in the living room, my barber's my guy. Dirty floors up, looking out into the sky. Look, it gets mad when I bring the gang out. I bring four with me on a night out. Diamonds make a nigga stand out. And if these problems, then we bang out. It gets mad when I bring the gang out. Four with me on a night out. Diamonds make a nigga stand out. And if these problems, then we ride out. I can never get caught slipping. The hair's looking 10-10, the face looking different. Everything rose gold, the trainers are so cold. I'm in my Camry looking pop smoke. Every day I get dope, Bentley with the big spokes on it. No, I don't smoke, but the edibles are chronic. And the business is solid. Beam alone selling from the high street. I'm like the Wolf of Wall Street. Might see me overseas, Cartier shades and a side bag. Or on the dance floor somewhere, bringing the vibe back. Ball for my sidekick, gun fingers for the DJ to pull the track back with a pat pat, pat pat. Big bottle of Grey Goose, celebrate the success. This isn't my debut, I stay doing business. Now labels wanna invest, tell them this is black independence, it is best. And I said it with chest, the chains looking hefty, the bottles are frosty. Couple day ones that have got me, and they know I've got them. If they've got a problem, yeah, that's the man them. Look, it gets mad when I bring the gang out. I bring four with me on a night out. Diamonds make a nigga stand out. And if these problems, then we bang out. It gets mad when I bring the gang out. Four with me on a night out. Diamonds make a nigga stand out. And if these problems, then we ride out. It gets mad when I bring the gang out. I bring four with me on a night out. Diamonds make a nigga stand out. And if these problems, then we bang out. It gets mad when I bring the gang out. Four with me on a night out. Diamonds make a nigga stand out. And if these problems, then we ride out.
At Jet2 Holidays, we know peace of mind matters more than ever right now. We want you to know we're APTA and ATOL protected, so your money's safe. Our customers also voted us TripAdvisor's best UK airline. And we're a Which recommended provider, so you can count on us to make your holiday the holiday you deserve. And book now. Jet2 Holidays. Package holidays you can trust.
Bounce all night, the way you make it. 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 I love the way you say things when you're feeling freaky and you speak your mind. I love watching you naked. And the way you make it bounce all night. The way you make it bounce all night. Bounce all night. The way you make it bounce all night.
Bring them if they want a shot, don't if they do not. You might see me in a two-seater, it's a drop top and I put it on God. When I see them niggas, all I need is one shot. The way it goes off when we come from under. They don't want it with us, man, I run a man down. Bumper to bumper, ta-ta-ta. Sounds of the mic, the way I break it down, you need more than a mechanic. I'm poured it Dom Perry to the back of their throats. Missed them off twice, heels get soaked. Man, are talking about flavors, they ain't really on smoke. Too many waves, rocking your boat. I can bring the power, yeah, I really do ghost. When I get down with the gang because they know we do the most. That's my day, don't ride it, die, you know how it goes.
I love the way you say things when you're feeling freaky and you speak your mind. I love watching you naked. And the way you make it bounce all night. The way you make it bounce all night. Bounce all night. The way you make it bounce all night.
I'm back. And I'm just talking big facts. Man, I'm trying to talk about the roads like I ain't really done laps. Just cause I'm paying big packs. I'm shipping in boxes and holding on to really big stacks. The way I'm living is mad. I took a little L when I fell off and bounced right back. And I'm still looking like a big snack. I bet you any money I'm the maddest. I've never been a goody two-shoes. I'm surrounded by baddies. None badder than my baby. She got me ready for babies. Tight jeans, got the bottom looking outrageous. The red lippy, got the dress looking drippy. Hands in the air if you're living real silly. Said the red lippy, got the dress looking drippy. Hands in the air if you're living real silly.
You say things when you're feeling freaky and you speak your mind. I love watching you naked. And the way you make it bounce, bounce, bounce all night. The way you make it bounce, bounce, bounce all night. Bounce, bounce, bounce all night. The way you make it bounce, bounce, bounce all night. Bounce, bounce, bounce all night, yeah. Nobody does it the way that she does it for me. She does it for me. She does it for me. Cause when the night is all over and the DJ says it's time to leave, she's coming with me. She's coming with me. I love the way you say things when you're feeling freaky and you speak your mind. I love watching you naked and the way you make it bounce, bounce, bounce all night. The way you make it bounce, bounce, bounce all night. Bounce, bounce, bounce all night. The way you make it bounce, bounce, bounce all night. Bounce, bounce, bounce all night, yeah.
It's Luciano, Tony Soprano. Come up like Pablo, not unlike Narcos. And I'm self-employed, never got furloughed. Lobster with Thermidor, word to San Carlo. I got the big white tiles, not marble. Walk in the room and I scan it like a barcode. They can never catch me lacking, that's a no-no. They want me incarcerated like I'm an Alpo. Godfather, young De Niro. I could've killed him with my bare hands and done a Drago. Man tried violate like I'm a tomato. Man, I saying calm down, me, I'm like, nah, bro. I'm on a turn switch when they by the door, bro. I'm a heartbreaker, never been heartbroken. Kind of Darth Vader, I can get dark, let it bark, turn it up and let it bark. I did stupid, it was all a dream, now I feel. Back then I needed a deal, now I'm on a lead in the field. Yeah, that's me on the telly. B.I.G. Machiavelli, Gambino, John Goy.
Niggas jumping out they prams going crazy. I be like, it's all good, baby, baby. They wanna see me laid out, bloody bleeding. Go tell them that I'm covered by the blood of Jesus. Hallelujah when I'm squeezing, where the weed at. When the flows walk on water, tell me what's the deep end. See, it's time to show maturity and do it for the city. So me and B ain't ever going out like Pac and Biggie. Remember it was R.I.P. me, I resurrected, I guess. Slip when I step, pen go slit at your neck, I was speaking to my dogs, Dr. Doolittle. Just convincing them there's nothing they should do to you. A lot could change in 5 years, me and Bugsy right here. It's been a decade and a half, motherfucker, I'm here. Glorious son, notorious one. I told Bugsy I'll retire when I start losing my head. What, you stupid? My nigga, you stupid? It was all a dream, now I feel I ain't never needed a deal, but I told one like, fuck how you feel. Nigga independent getting money. Pussy, you ain't gully for the gully. Yeah.
I did stupid, it was all a dream, now I feel. Back then I needed a deal, now I'm on a lead in the field. Yeah, that's me on the telly. B.I.G. Machiavelli, Gambino, John Goy. Come with me. Hail Mary, drop a dumb 16 to make the gunman lean. I'm looking at the Rolls Royce with a big 23s and the statue on the front. How you mean? Be Malone, cash motto. Yeah, man, I set in a pace they can't follow. Anything they say from now will sound hollow. And that's cause they're watching, man, we're on elbow.
So them a watch me, them a pre me, them a chat me. Long before Twitter, man, were at me. Yeah, see it. Chippy, I don't need no one to back me. I was on the television when it wasn't flat screen. Off the ends, I'm hardly in the city, boy. But can't deny what I done for my city, boy. Come through in 2 chains on my team, boy. Youngins back then, now we the bigger boys.
I did stupid, it was all a dream, now I feel. Back then I needed a deal, now I'm on a lead in the field. Yeah, that's me on the telly.
Gods, angels, skeletons. Martin Luther said a long time ago that God writes the gospel not in the Bible alone, but also on trees and in the flowers and clouds and stars. Angels. It is said that all God's angels come to us disguised. The Catholic Church recognizes the existence of only 3 archangels. Michaele, who is like God. Gabriele, God's power. And Raffaello, God's doctor. Angels will not disintegrate with logic, but they are more likely to fly for those who believe. Skeletons. Sherman Alexie said that your past is a skeleton walking 1 step behind you, and your future is a skeleton walking 1 step in front of you. Maybe you don't wear a watch, but your skeletons do, and they always know what time it is. Gods, angels, skeletons.
Fear as I'm sitting on my ones and I realize all I fear is the gods when my heart nearly stops. That my punishment, please forgive me for my sins. Please forgive me.
Gods. Look, now death smiles at us all a man can do is smile back, and that one's from Marcus Aurelius. Plus I'm commander of the armies of the north, so that makes me a Maximus Decimus Meridius, heir to an empire. I thank Apollo for my lyrical abilities. When I ask Siri for my net worth, it needs updating. And if the picture's in your mind, is it still a painting? Now walk with me on this journey to see if the gates are pearly as I climb the mountain. If Jesus turned the water into wine, does that mean I can get intoxicated drinking from the fountain? Quiet, the gods are talking. And is it heaven sent tears as the rain drops out of grey clouds? Or could it be Jupiter, god of the skies, infuriated as the thunderbolts strike down? And if he's his god, does it mean that it's not mine? And if I've not read the scriptures, does it mean I'm not trying? I know a man that reads the Bible and he knows it line for line, but used the concrete slab to break another man's spine. Now I couldn't tell you the exact weapon, let's just say a 9, but I know he took a man's life, sucked the soul out of him like a vampire. Now that's blasphemous, like fornication with another man's wife. Why do I know these things? And please believe me when I tell you that I wouldn't share a story if it wasn't true. Shells on the ground like a 21 gun salute. And would we still pray to the skies if they wasn't blue? There's no fear in me, and I know my enemies are hearing me. What we do in life echoes in eternity. That's why everybody's nervous out in purgatory. Please, bear with me as I ask for the forgiveness of the gods. I've been a savage and a dog. Yeah, I've wasted hours on the clock, and if there is an inferno, I pray that I don't drop. And I say, sinner, 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 man. And I was in them city streets in a sinner gang, and now I'm in the cinema just looking at myself, sitting at the back, popcorn in my hands, and I get silly, silly, silly with my dreams. But I believe the universe will give me what I need. I'm fucking with the law of attraction at Godspeed. When Ray Winston answered the door, I couldn't breathe, and I got millies in my bank. Do I put sharks? Do I put piranhas in the tank? Do I buy it for the land or cause a legend at it first? Drinking these spirits, doing nothing for my thirst. And I say, bad boy, man, I have fear. As I'm sitting on my ones, thinking back to all the knives and the guns. Back when I used to ride with the dons, when the gladiators stood strong. Think of all the battles that we won, and I say, bad boy, man, I have fear. As I'm sitting on my ones and I realize all I fear is the gods. When my heart nearly stopped, was that my punishment? Please forgive me for my sins. Please forgive me, I say, bad boy, me not have fear. 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 Please forgive me for my sins, I say, bad boy, me not have fear. 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 Please forgive me for my sins. Bad boy, me not have fear. 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 Bad boy, me not have fear.
And by the way, Carlyle said, music is the speech of angels.
Here comes something out of this world. Here comes a cross-timeline journey. Here comes a mystery uncovered. Here comes the future, the present, and the past. Here comes mayhem. Here comes disorder. Here comes unpredictable. Here comes mischief. Here comes Loki.
Watch Marvel Studios' original series Loki with up to 6 months Disney Plus on us. O2.
Disney Plus auto-renews at $7.99 per month. Copyright 2021 Marvel. 18 plus. Eligibility and terms apply.
Angels. The other night, I thought maybe I should stop rapping, but I didn't stop when I got arrested for a stabbing. I have dreams of disposing of my enemies. I wake up and I feel like it's happened. Have you ever seen a man die? Dark shit engraved in my head. I seen the knife go in and come out bright red, but that's allegedly though. We don't do confessions. Plus it wasn't my body or weapon. I asked Jason how he felt when he made Snatch. Was the fame overwhelming? Did your friends have your back? But then he told me that it took time. It turns out nothing ever happens without grind. I wonder if Stevie wasn't blind, would he still play the keys and use his voice as an instrument? I thank God every night Guy messaged me after the incident, cause I'd literally hit a brick wall. I used to kickball but I couldn't afford the Beckham boots. The champagne coloured ones with the red tongue got me in an off license with a mask on saying everybody get down. I need pounds and you don't fear the afterlife when you've been down, especially if it's biblical with the big clouds. And if I seen Bruce Lee I would tell him me how. I used to grow buds in a greenhouse. I got Chinese factories getting trailers made. I'm in the Middle East on a speedboat trying to compose my face through the palpitations. Can't believe I'm in a film with Jason Statham. Went from jail cells as a teenage delinquent to having a Nokia constantly ringing. If you listen to the beat you'll hear the angels singing, and the beat's just different. The wordplay's fucked and you're fucking with books. These only wanted me to study this. You're gonna have to go and do astronomy. We don't need Galileo to know that there will be falling bodies. When you hear I'm on the beat I look big, cause guys got me eating big bits of fish every day with us sea bassing. And I don't speak Latin but I'm like a Roman soldier, and guys like a real life Julius Caesar. I'm out. Yo, let me just thank everybody that waited patiently for the album to come out. You see, this year we're looking to tour and we're looking to do it bigger than we've done it before. And let me just shout out everybody that's been with me throughout the journey, from start to finish. We're not finished yet, we're just getting warmed up. Huh? Bugsy Malone, King of the fucking North. My second film. Shout out Guy Ritchie, Jason Statham, Young Rocco, Young David, Jax, Big Josh. Huh? Yeah. I Blinks. I told you about the chain already, it's just heavy. Okay, it's alright, it's bugs. Look. fucking with the Alizé blue again. And now my ego's telling me it's me against you again. I had a right arm man and then I kinda lost two of them. Killers knew a few of them. Some incarcerated and some are sitting at home, living with God.